Hi, today I'm going to do a quick tutorial on how to do custom camouflage schemes using Pimp My Gun. So what I'm going to do is basically I've got the M4 SOP mod, so just basically take the vanilla M4. Now I'm going to do a desert and green sort of camouflage scheme. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the gun, and then I'm going to change all of the colours of the gun to tan, including that. Right, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that you've got the gun in an area where it's all clear around it. There's no sort of any of this Pimp My Gun stuff there, or it's being covered by the top. So what we're going to do, obviously, make sure it's clear, and then I'm going to press and hold Alt, and then tap print screen. Right, that'll take a screenshot. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to move to Microsoft Paint, and I'm going to paste it in there, and basically declutter the screen, get rid of all that garbage. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the same gun, and then I'm going to change all of the parts to green. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the alt print screen operation again, and then I'm going to go paste that into Microsoft Paint there, and remove that from there, and then shrink the window. Split up. Right then, so the tan is going to be the main colour on the gun, or if you wanted to have the green being the main colour on the gun, you do it that particular way. So you have to make sure that the white background is set as transparent, so that it can slide over, because otherwise, if it isn't, then the white becomes a solid block color, and it will block out everything else. So make sure it's it's allowed to sort of cover over, to sort of slide over without covering it entirely. Right, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to select white, and I'm going to go to the spray can. Right, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and start my camouflage scheme. Now you can do any kind of variety of camouflage scheme. It doesn't necessarily have to be done with a spray can. You can do it with the lines if you want to sort of I don't know exactly how you would do it, making it look entirely realistic. You could do it, I suppose, with a snakeskin pattern, or whatever takes your fancy really. But today, just for ease, I'm going to use the spray can. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the white spray can, and I'm going to just make stripes along. So let's do one over there, one over that area of the stock, over the buffer tube, and then that way over the receiver, over the carrying handle a little bit, and maybe that way over the grip, over the receiver again. If you leave a little bit of the original colour there, the tan, then it will make it look even more realistic, as if it is actually been sprayed. So then over the Riz handguard. Make sure it's not too light, because then it won't look right. And then just move it backwards and forwards a couple of times, and maybe one over the magazine. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that gun. So I'm going to take that, and I'm going to simply slide it over the green gun, and make sure you've got it lined up correctly, otherwise it will look slightly off. But on the whole, it looks as if it's been camouflaged. And you can do this with any colour. You can even use this technique for weathering the gun. So what you might want to do is we're going to go back there, we're going to go and take all of that, we're going to put it in the original gun metal black sort of colour, and then what we're going to do is we're going to take that, drop back into paint. Oops, make sure the window is big enough. drop that and move that over that. Because if we're, you know, sort of saying that the gun was originally black, then it follows that, you know, if it's been especially like a quick paint job, then it won't covered like 100%. So, you know, sort of around the edges, around the edges especially, you might just and any metal parts as well. Maybe apart from the receiver, don't go too hard on the receiver with it. So, you know, just around the edges, sort of thing, because that's where the paint is, or any sort of high surfaces like the forward assist. That looks pretty terrible. Control Z, so get rid of that, and, you know, so around the top of the stock, sort of, especially around the top of the stock, that'll the paint will chip quite easily over that, and then on the rears especially the bottom and top, and, you know, on the sides and whatever. But anyway, yeah, you get the picture. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that, and then I'm going to move that one over the top of this gun, and make sure it's all aligned. I think that'll pretty much do. It doesn't really matter if it isn't entirely aligned. Right then, so then as you can see, you're starting to see like the black showing through, like on the top of the stock, and around the bottom of the stock and everything, and on the metal parts. So what you can do from there, I suppose, is take the pencil and go to say medium grey, and sort of around like the flash hider or something, you know, especially on the flash hider, in case, you know, well, on pretty much all the metal parts, you can, you know, around the edges, sort of make sure it's don't overdo it, but you can make it look slightly scratched, as if the paint's come off. Magazines especially can look quite good. Just sort of like that. It's a little bit too big. Yeah, maybe something like that. Stock tube. I don't know. You know, whatever. And yeah, that's pretty much how you do it. So, oops. Alright. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you find this useful. Bye.